That's all we got. That's all we got.
With haste.
Over here. Okay, so we found a waypoint. Right, we're all here, so I think we will
Time to get going.
do that.
There's no time to waste.
You're gonna do that.
No time to rest.
And we're level 4 though. Okay, how do we get across to loot this big
Something
one?
good here. I hope.
Guess we have to go back up the wall, don't we? And have we been everywhere? Yeah, that's where we got to. So, and you can see the dark grey. So it doesn't look like there's anywhere else to go. So let's see if we can just go loot this spider. Okay. Now, where are you going? Like, it did not even click anywhere near there. Donkey. Ooh. Poisoner's Robe. Poison trails when the wearer casts a spell that deals poison damage. That seems like that could be something for Gale, actually.
Excellent choice.
Uncommon clothing. Ah, very nice. Okay, let's get off here before this thing has a heart attack. Right, level 4 it is.
And, well, in it.
Oh, we get a feat. Oh, now that straight away looks interesting. Actor, no. Alert. Athlete. See, that's quite cool. Your strength or dexterity increases by 1 to a maximum of 20. When your jump distance increases by 50%, it's very nice. But potentially your other party couldn't follow you, right? Durable. You regain full hit points each time you take a short rest. Great Weapon Master. Get another attack after a melee critical. -5 attack roll penalty. Ouch. Lucky. Magic. What do they do? Just so we can see it. Sorcerer. Wizard. You learn 2. Okay. Medium armor. Mobile. Moderately armored. Performer. Polearm Master. Resilient. You increase an ability by 1 to a maximum of 20 and gain proficiency in that ability's saving throws. Savage. When making melee weapon attacks, you roll your damage dice twice and use the highest result. That I quite like the look of. There's a lot there. I think I'm going to go with the ability improvement to start with, though. Just that thing to really push up. Yeah. I think I might push up the strength to 18. Ooh, we gained a cantrip. No, I think I like that. Okay, prepare spells. No, I think I might stick with what we've got. Oh, she gets a feat as well. I think I'm going to go with ability improvement on all of them. So hers is wisdom. Improve spellcasting for clerics, druids, and rangers. Yeah. Okay, Gale. Wow, he's got a lot. Okay. He's got an additional cantrip. Acid Splash. Poison Spray. I mean, we're in evocation, so I'm trying to think. Maybe let's just go with this one then. I think. Ooh, look at all this. We get 2 level 2s. Let's see, evocation. Yeah, but we saw how pain that was. Gust of wind. A scorching ray, I like that. Creatures made of stone. Web. I think I might go with that gust of wind. Pushing people around, I think, could be interesting. Ooh, prepare spells. Let's get rid of that one. Let's get rid of that one. Let's take Cloud of Daggers. Let's take Gust of Wind. Flaming Spear. See that arrow? I think I might get rid of Thunder Wave and put in Acid Arrow. Or the Raven Feet. Ooh. I might go with the acid arrow actually. Let's go with ability improvement in him as well. Intelligence. Improve spell casting for wizards. So let's take that. Nice. And then we got rogue feat. So yeah, I think we go ability improvement on him as well. Dexterity. Affects your effectiveness, ranged and finesse weapons. Also affects your initiative and armor class. Okay. Nice. Nice. Look at that. We're up to 90 hit points. Alright, let's find our way out of here. That was back over this way. Back out this way. Alright, we've got to find that well. I think we can get up that rope. Ooh, okay.
Thank goodness that's all dealt with. The odds are stacked high enough against us already. No need to turn on each other.
Okay. I think I have a magical artifact you'd be interested in.
That is most gratifying to hear. May I?
Give Gale a magical artifact. Let's give him the bardic hat, because that's definitely one I don't want.
Thank you. That hit the spot.
Okay.
I could feel it work.
Well, it's good
The
keeping
magic
some of these
is
magic
like
items.
a lullaby that sings to sleep the demon inside. A metaphorical demon, I haste to point out, but no less dangerous. And no less bound to wake up again to continue its ravages. Such is the nature of all monsters.
Okay. I'm glad you're feeling better. Your condition sounds unpleasant, to say the least.
Oh, it's not so bad once you get used to it. And, on the plus side, my tower in Waterdeep has never been so free of clutter. Sincerely, though, I understand I ask a lot from you with few answers in return. But in time, all will be told.
Okay. Don't mention it. I'm glad I could
My
help.
lord, I bow to your boundless kindness.
Good. Make sure you do. I expect you to return the favours. Right, let's get out of here.
You sniffing where you ain't ought to be, friend.
There's a goblin at the top
Might have
of
to
the bloody
take
rope.
that nose.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you.
Ooh.
Authority.
Okay, Beserker intimidation. We have to go for it.
All you best take is this warning, yeah? Step lightly around here. You're outnumbered.
Okay, did he run off? Or, like, where is he? Ah, he's there.
What a day.
Then I should be able to take him in one shot. There we go. Nice.
Can't give up now. What's inside? At the ready.
Okay.
What's hiding
Oh,
here?
hang on. Oh, a star in. We got a locked chest.
Yes, please.
Ah, we found another. Ah, look at that. Haste helm. The start of combat. Wearer gains momentum for 3 turns. Ooh.
What to do?
I wonder if that would be good for him. Yeah, it doesn't affect the art. And then let's give her the metal helmet. There we go.
I'd better take a peek.
I've got a long road ahead.
Okay,
Need to find a way forward.
in we go.
What's in here?
Mushrooms, wooden crate. What's inside here? Okay, stacks of books. Okay. The Wonders of Flandlin. In this year, 950 DR, there can hardly be a more prosperous and fortunate town than Flandlin. Flandelver's Pact has brought prosperity to this land, splitting the wonders of Wave Echo Cave between gnomes and dwarves. The town now boasts thriving communities of both peoples living and working together in harmony. We have also tempted human spellweavers from across the north to our town. Hey buddy, are you enjoying Baldur's Gate from Dumfries Gamers TV? Enjoyed your video on the old world. I still can't get over how janky some of the old world minis they're trying to sell us. Yeah, I think from the old world stuff, I mean, it's like there's an element of nostalgia. There's going to be older gamers that enjoy playing with the miniatures. Some of the old miniatures hold up well, some don't. I think it's just one of those things. I think with the old world and where it is, and with, you know, it depends on how much of a tournament gamer you are. I think it really has to be. I think of all of GW's game systems, this is the one where I'm not going to go like official GW miniatures with the blinkers on, with the blindfold on. It's literally going to be a case of right, I want some dwarves or I want some elves. I'll look at the GW miniatures and maybe I'll go, do you know what? I really don't like that miniature, so I'm going to then look elsewhere, Oathmark or somewhere else. So, you know, I think it's really a case for me is that I'm not just going to restrict myself to GW minis. I'm going to go for the ones that look the best, but also fit in with the aesthetic, right? So, you know, it's Games Workshop. Pricing's always going to be high. And I think it's easy for them. It's easier for them to bring out old stuff than it is to redesign it. Yeah, but I know what you mean. There's going to be a lot of people out there that I have to say that are going to be going, do you know what? I love that old Orc Wyvern miniature or whatever, and they love it, you know. For me personally, if I look at some of the old miniatures, I really like the, you know, some of the Tomb Kings miniatures, you know, the Ashabti for me I really quite like. They're pretty cool. So I think it's hit and miss with a lot of it, right? You need scale to be consistent. Some old sculpts, yeah. See, scale's going to be a big problem, right? Because you either need to find somebody that's got the miniatures from the different game systems so that you can look how it is next to it. Age of Sigmar is miniatures are going to be virtually unusable in that regard if you need them exact scale, because there's been massive scale creep in that. Me personally, when I look at something like the Vampire Counts, right, in the Crimson Court, I don't mind my lords being slightly taller in scale, because they're kind of supposed to be these heroes. Some of them are supposed to be 7 feet tall or whatever, you know, they're supposed to be tall. So I don't mind the lords being a little bit bigger in scale, but I get what you mean. I certainly don't want one size scale of Glade Guard and another size scale of Eternal Guard for my Wood Elves. So I get what you mean. I think the best way to do it is to find somebody. Yeah, heroes being bigger works both thematically and have them stand out in the game. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's finding, like, the best thing I can think of is trawling forums, asking questions on forums, like, you know, do you have the Oathmark dwarves and the Warhammer dwarves? Can we see side by side? There's a lot of people out there that actually own miniatures from like multiple areas where they can put them next to each other and you can see what the scale looks like and stuff. So, you know, I definitely think there's things that can be done to eliminate that, or go into a local game store and find someone that's got a Kings of War army, put your own next to it and see how it compares in scale, because there are absolutely miniatures out there that fit scale wise, but it's never going to be easy. Or you just stick with the GW, and if you're going to go down the tournament route, you're going to have to stick with the GW official miniatures. I mean, official GW tournaments, that is, of course, or playing in a GW store. But yeah, look, for me, I have to say though, for me, I started playing Warhammer Fantasy Battle 92, 93, so years ago. I'm just glad in reality that my miniatures are getting some rules and I'm getting to get them out again. I tried Age of Sigmar several times. I just couldn't get into the rule set. So part of me is like, I'm just glad I got some rank and flank back, and I'm quite fortunate that I've got 30 years worth of collection, right? So I think there's going to be a lot of people in that position where they're just glad they've got some rules back for Warhammer Fantasy Battle. There are other rank and flank games, you know. The Dwarf range, which is also the AOS range, has stood the test of time the best. Yeah, you mean in terms of things like the Hammerers, the Longbeards and stuff like that? Because, I mean, I think some things like the Hammerers and stuff, there's a lot of people, though, that actually don't... Interestingly, I saw in the comments on some of the videos that don't like the Games Workshop Dwarfs. They actually prefer things like the Oathmark ones. So it just goes to show like how people's opinion on how miniatures look is so personal. It's so individual to each person. So in a way, it's like, if it works for you, that should be all that counts, right? You never played 8th edition, but watching recent battle reports on YouTube for the Old World refresh looked really fun. Yeah, I mean, I won't be doing battle reports, but 8th edition, it wasn't good. I didn't enjoy it. I found it incredibly tiresome to play. Massive units that became Death Stars, cavalry that just weren't able to impact the battle much, very overpowered magic. So for me, 5th and 6th edition are really where it was at. So you have to go right back, obviously, for that. But 8th edition was quite a turn-off, I think, for a lot of people. And that's why the game, I think, ended up dying in a way. You know, I think, you know, people are quick to point out that they weren't selling miniatures. But, you know, as we've seen so many times, you know, Tomb Kings weren't popular. Well, that's because they hadn't really had the models refreshed in a way that people wanted. You know, Drukhari at one point in 40k were hugely unpopular. Then they had this massive range refresh. The same with the Necrons. Massive range refresh. Suddenly they're sold out everywhere and they're the most popular thing. So, you know, I think, you know, 8th edition wasn't great. Range refreshes weren't great. We'll see what the old world brings. But you know, it was good to see the reveal yesterday of the Orc and Goblin tribes and how much there is there. It's going to give people a lot of choice. And I think choice is a really good thing. Choice is a really good thing. But yeah, overall, Baldur's Gate 3, amazing. Love this game so much. It's awesome. I'm not a Dungeons and I have, in fact, no real knowledge of Dungeons and Dragons at all. But I do really like this game. You can see why it got Game of the Year, like absolutely. Oh, it's going to make me go out. I don't want to go outside yet. Yeah, I love this game. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Thanks for the thoughts. I played a few hours in Baldur's Gate, but need to get back into it. Yeah, thanks very much. Baldur's Gate is one of those games I think you can dip in and out of. I mean, my understanding is that if you're doing a full playthrough, it's about 150 hours to go through and try and do everything in one playthrough. But to be honest, I just quite like playing around with classes and stuff. But the aim here is a full playthrough. So hope you enjoy it. It's a great game. Okay, what have we got here? Ooh. Man, there's a lot of stuff hanging around in here. Potions of healing. And I haven't just come from the other building that was kind of like, yeah, there was ruined stuff everywhere, but this has got, it's like a full-on alchemy place. Dagger root everywhere. This is great. Right, Apothecary's Ledger. Ledger's filled with cultivation instructions for a range of medicinal plants. One entry is underlined: deliver specially requested plants to the cellar. Keep away from prying eyes. Ooh.
It says there's a cellar here somewhere.
Yeah. We need to
I don't see one.
look for the cellar. Antidote. Always take some of that. What's that? Empty potion. Okay. Herb hanger with no herbs. Wine rack. Yeah, give me some wine. Always space for wine. Rotten eggs. Great. Done that one. Okay, herb hanger here. That's got to be the cellar, right? But what's around here? Okay, I think that's... I know, rule extracts, rule of 3. What's that? Whoa. A long-winded introduction explains that Haskin Zesilethin's notes, published as is from their work journal, have helped bring alchemy to the mass. It starts a full history on the Dragonborn, who had been descaled as a teenager and started their alchemical research in the hopes of restoring their hide. As the pages turn, it continues to wax poetic about how the Zesilethin put aside their own research to help the common people. Much more interesting, though, are Zesilethin's actual research notes. I have decided I shall make all my notes, both those written and those still to come, available to those who wish to study. You reading this text now are probably one such person. As enticing as potion making is, we shall first start with the most basic alchemical rule, the rule of 3. Most ingredients can be found throughout Faerun, however, they need to be refined to be of any use in alchemy. Doing so is simple: just combine 3 of the same ingredients and you obtain an extract, which can be used to brew potions, poisons, oils, and elixirs. So remember, 3 of the same ingredients make an extract, or in rhyme form if you like. When in doubt with alchemy, just recall the rule of 3. Thrice the same ingredient forms an extract. Excellent. Okay.